Of a Particulate Matter, my ICP Bar 2020 thesis show is a body of work where I address my concerns for the environment, particularly poor air quality. In a series of paintings, videos, and soundworks, I take apart and rearrange the world around me, attempting to make the invisible more visible and to abstract the concrete. Particulate Matter is a series of decollage works composed using discarded paint that peels from graffiti murals and surfaces from throughout New York City. Abrígate, mijo, que está frío afuera, recalls my mother's warnings about the cold morning air. On View is a series of short videos and animations like Awake, Then Meditate, and But I've Been Told, where I teach birds about resiliency by feeding them and playing the song Wolves by Dead Prez. The relationship between mediums in this work was important because I was trying to reach audiences in as many different ways as possible. To show the urgency I was feeling, it was important that I spoke to as many senses as possible. All of these pieces are meant to connect back to one another and create a larger conversation. I learned how to use my art to be critical without coming off as overly angry or in a cliche manner. I've always tried to approach my work from a new angle and from a lens that's a little different from what I traditionally find myself doing. My Inhaler series is a very good example of this too. By collecting images of hands from my family and friends holding their asthma pumps, I could have very easily have just done that using photographs. There's a different impact to the work when it's hand painted. It makes people think about these life-saving devices differently, more intimately, maybe, perhaps. The paintings allude to the proof, the same type of proof that I need at times to show that people are suffering for no reason from things like the air around them. I have an asthmatic child at home, and I think that I wanted to tell his story, but I wanted to connect it to a much larger story. And this has traditionally been how I've done my photography work and also my community engagement work. All of this work is personal and was created in response to the things that I love and care about. As a father and husband and community leader and artist, I made this work from a place of frustration, anger, and confusion. I made this work seeking respite from my fears and because I needed a new way to tell my story, as I was tired of screaming and seeing no change. I also made this work because although climate change, environmental justice, racism, white supremacy, and all of these other things, although they've had such a marginalizing effect on my community, I wanted to highlight resiliency and I wanted to highlight the spirit of seeking solutions from within. I hope my audience can ultimately be compelled to act on behalf of their own desire to seek justice in their own right.